Welcome to The Explainer. So today we're going to tackle a problem that, it drives so many creators nuts. We're talking about why most small YouTubers just never seem to grow, and what the ones who make it big really understand.
Let's start with something that feels completely backwards, right? You pour hours, days, your heart and soul into making video after video. You're following all the advice. Work harder, be consistent, and yet, crickets. The numbers just don't budge. What is actually going on here? Because what if the game you're playing isn't about how much you produce? You see creator A over here cranking out 100 videos and staying invisible. And then there's creator B who uploads just 10 videos and blows up. It's pretty clear it's not about the volume, it's about understanding the game you're actually in.
And you've heard this advice a million times, right? It's the classic YouTube playbook. Be consistent, upload more, work harder. But look, if you're doing all of that and you're still stuck, it's not because you're lazy. It's because that advice completely misses the one thing the YouTube algorithm actually cares about.
And this is it. This is the fundamental truth of the platform. YouTube doesn't reward your passion. It doesn't reward the hours you spent editing until 3 a.m. It is a cold, hard machine that rewards one thing and one thing only: your ability to get and, crucially, to hold human attention. If you can do that, you win. If you can't, you're basically invisible.
That's it. That's how long you have. When your video pops up in someone's feed, sandwiched between a dozen others, you have less than 1 second to make them stop scrolling. Not 5 seconds, not even 2. 1. The entire fate of your video is decided in that single instant.
And this right here is where most creators get it completely backwards. You spend, like 95% of your energy making the video perfect, the editing, the sound, the script, but you only toss maybe 5% of your effort at the two things that actually earn the click: the thumbnail and the title. And let's be real, if you don't win the click, the quality of your video is totally irrelevant. No one will ever see it.
That's why you have to shift your thinking. Stop seeing YouTube as this nice, orderly content library where you just shelve your videos. It's not. It's an all-out war. It is an attention battlefield where millions of videos are in a constant, brutal fight for a very limited supply of human focus.
And on this battlefield, here's the part that really stings. You're not just going up against other channels with a few hundred subs. Now, the algorithm puts your video right next to the most polished, professionally engineered content from the biggest creators on the planet. You're not being graded on a curve, you're competing with the absolute best of the best.
And here's exactly how that fight plays out in the algorithm's cold, hard code. Step 1. YouTube takes your video and shows it to a small test group. Step 2. If they click on it, great. The algorithm sees a good sign and pushes it out to more people. But step 3. If they scroll past it, it's over. The video just dies instantly. There are no second chances. This quote just nails the single biggest mistake creators make over and over again. They try to be super clear. They explain everything in the title and the thumbnail. The problem is, the viewer sees it, thinks, oh, okay, I get what that's about, and they just keep scrolling. You've given them the answer, so there's zero reason to click.
So your real job isn't just to make videos. It's to create this gap. It's to create an itch that the viewer desperately needs to scratch. You have to pose a question, introduce a mystery, or make a promise that is so compelling that they feel like they have to click to find out what happens next.
Okay, so now that we know the game, let's break down the specific traps that come from that old way of thinking. The mistakes that keep channels stuck in neutral for years.
We've actually framed this as a bit of a how-to guide for failure. So, if you want to guarantee your channel never grows, just follow these 3 simple steps. Let's break down these super common but totally deadly errors.
Okay, mistake number 1, the copycat trap. You see a video go viral and you think, hey, I can do that. But you only copy the surface level stuff, the topic, the style. You haven't taken a second to figure out the deep psychological trigger, the why, that made it connect with millions of people. And on YouTube, the why is everything.
Mistake number 2 is trying to be everything to everyone. When you make content for everybody, you end up making it for nobody. It feels generic. Viewers today crave a connection. They want to feel like a video was made just for them. If it feels like it could have been made by anyone for anyone, it becomes invisible.
And this last one, this one hurts the most. It's the belief that your hard work should somehow entitle you to views. You can pour 20, 30, 40 hours into a video, but the algorithm feels nothing. It doesn't care. It only rewards what performs. To grow, you have to be brutally honest with yourself. If a video flops, your job is to figure out why it didn't connect. All right, enough of what not to do. Let's get into the good stuff. Here is an actual 4-step strategy to start winning this war for attention and finally build some real momentum. This whole strategy is about a massive shift in focus. First, stop churning out videos just to be consistent. One absolutely irresistible video is worth more than 5 average ones. Second, you have to master your hook. If you don't grab them in the first 10 seconds, they're gone. Third, think about retention. Every 5 to 10 seconds, something new, interesting, or surprising has to happen on screen. And finally, judge your ideas not by how much you love them, but only by their potential for getting clicks and holding watch time. And all of this, all of it, boils down to one final, massive mindset shift. It's probably the most important one of all. You have to stop thinking like a creator who's emotionally attached to their work and their effort. And you have to start thinking like a viewer, a busy, distracted viewer who has literally a million other things they could be watching. This one shift right here is the key that unlocks everything.
So from now on, before you even think about hitting that upload button, you have to ask yourself this question, and you've got to be brutally honest about it. If you were scrolling through your feed, tired after a long day, and you saw your own video, would you really click? If the answer is no, or even a maybe, don't upload it. Go back and fix it until the answer is a definite yes.
You see, at the end of the day, growth on YouTube isn't like winning the lottery. It's not about luck, and it's not about some secret algorithm hack. It is about understanding human psychology. It's about understanding what people want, what they're afraid of, and what makes them curious.
So, as we wrap this explainer up, I want to leave you with this one question to think about. The next time you sit down to work on a video, don't just ask, what content should I make? Ask yourself, what irresistible reason to click can I create? Because that is how you win the battle for attention.